said third quarter you were able to go in the halftime, make adjustments, do that. Was that what you did this game to make adjustments, to make a third quarter run to change the course of the game?
I think there wasn't really major adjustments. I mean, we started switching a little bit more towards the end of the second quarter. That was the adjustment there, and then we kind of lived in that majority of the second half. Just proud of our guys. I mean, we didn't have anything offensively in that first half. I thought, Ja was doing a great job moving the ball. Other guys were. We were getting wide open looks. And they took advantage. I mean, we missed a shot. They're just living in transition. But I kept reminding the guys, the competitiveness we showed at the end of that second quarter. You just got to build on that. Phenomenal effort in that third quarter. Just proud of our guys. I asked them at the end of the game. I said, "Why do you think we won that game?" He said, "The fight, the togetherness, and the resiliency." That's exactly what we did.
Taylor, I think that was a season high for Ja and Jaren in minutes. Believe Ja played the entire second half. Was what was the reason behind that? Like, was it just a increased sense of urgency, with this game?
I think we needed every one of those minutes and seconds from those guys. Those guys were phenomenal. Ja, just when he gets going, second half, it was just kind of my gut feel. Like, when he put us in a position going into that fourth quarter, he was doing a lot of great things. I mean, triple-double, 15 assists, how beautiful he did there, playmaking. JJ, both sides of the floor, 5 block shots, finishing in the paint, threes early in the game. That was big time. So just kind of gut call, just riding those guys as we need. We got 2 days off in between. Obviously, we were, working hard to get a W, and coming back from 19 was really impressive. Those 2 guys were huge for us tonight. But I thought off the bench, too, you see the efforts that Tyus made, knocking down big shots, in the second half. D-Rod had a lot of quality minutes for us as well. This was just a great overall team, just kind of fighting through game.
On Jaren again, how do you think you guys did at making sure he scored 28 points and got a lot of shots tonight? And then also, were you made aware at all of the conspiracy that was out there on the internet over the last, day or so about people claiming that maybe his stats were inflated or whatever? And what did you get?
Foolish. NBA made a statement, conspiracy. JJ's one of the best defensive players in the game. So lucky to have him on our team. And then tonight it was, product of him just being aggressive, his teammates finding him. There was a lot of dialogue about, opportunities for him. They were switching. He was doing a good job running the floor, getting early post-up touches. Then we made some calls, and he just had great poise, in that post-up, game. And even kicked it out a couple times, just missed some shots. But really impressed with what he did on the offensive side, to back up what he did defensively.
Taylor, you talked about fight and resiliency. Just how did you see guys like Roddy and X kind of build that energy and fight for y'all with how they were with the 50-50 balls?
Oh, that was huge. I mean, X has been doing that the last couple of games, just going after 50-50 balls. I thought D-Rod had a great pop to him, coming up with a couple loose balls, rebound. He had that big one offensive rebound, I think in the fourth quarter. His drive game, he was driving with force, had a big bucket there in the fourth quarter for us off a corner drive. But, you just need some pop. Just our energy wasn't there, to start the first half, coming off the long road trip. That's no excuse, but credit to our guys. They reset, at halftime, came out, knew there was a lot of basketball left. We had trimmed it down to 12. And then, the starters come out, set a good tone, and then the bench comes in. I can't remember how many points they had at halftime, but a lot in the second half.
Ja said simply after the game, like, we needed this.
Mm-hmm.
Can you, I guess, expand on that? Like, how badly did you guys need this? I know it's just one game and one losing streak, but how badly did you need?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely the tale of 2 halves. I mean, obviously we weren't, talking about, God, we got to win this one or else or anything like that. It was nothing like that. It was just we got to come out and compete and play together like we needed to. And honestly, in the first half, I thought we were competing and playing together. Just we couldn't make a shot, and it just really put us in a tough spot defensively. They definitely beat us, on 50-50 balls. Second chance points hurt us. Transition was because we were missing a lot of shots. But our togetherness was phenomenal. So just a tale of 2 halves. Our guys found the groove in the second half. Just really proud of them. But we, again, competed together. Some shots start falling. Our defense of activity kept just wearing on the Pacers. I mean, you're holding us 17 and 21. Almost, you combine that almost how much they scored in just one quarter in the first half. So just really impressed with our guys, just staying with it. Definitely a big victory for us, one of the best of the season, given the nature of, the comeback.
Speaking of that, do you think this win can help you get back in your step and a little swagger before the All-Star break?
I hope so. I mean, obviously, you want to build off of losses. You want to build off of wins in whatever fashion. I just hope the next 2 days we really take advantage of. Tomorrow's going to be an off day. The guys have earned that. They've been competing hard. We got to, continue to freshen up mentally and physically and have some solid work. We haven't practiced in a minute, on the road. It was, the schedule. So this will be great. I think we have a couple of great practice opportunities over the next couple of weeks. All-Star break comes when it comes. I think we have, 8 or 7 games left. just got to keep putting in the work, but also being mindful of just continue to have the energy so that we can go out there and play really hard every single night.
Coach in the back,
Yep.
given what's happened with the city of Memphis, Tyree Nichols, how did it feel to come back home and in your first game back at home get a win like this?
I mean, it was awesome. You know, you felt the energy, you know, at the start of the game. Obviously, once we started picking up and playing some better basketball, you know, that second half, and I say it all the time, the relationship between our fans and our players and our fans, you see how they engage, you know, when we go on runs, there's timeouts. It's just been great being back home. We talked about we needed some home cooking, and that absolutely involves our fans and being in this great building where we pretty much play pretty good basketball. We've got to make sure we hold that standard here and on the road. But being back in front of our fans, can't wait to see him again on Wednesday night. You know, I know we've got a couple of home games here still left before All-Star break. We definitely need to be in front of them, and hopefully our fans were excited to have us back too.
Now that the video has been out, have you had a chance to see it? What'd you think? And then have you guys had a kind of discussion since that video's come out?
Yeah, we're still having ongoing dialogues. As I said, you know, I'm not going to share, you know, what each individual's choice is when it comes to watching the film. You know, when there's a time for us to, you know, make statements or do something individually or as a team, you know, that time will come. I have watched it. Beyond disturbing. I said it the other day. I mean, there's not enough words or not enough time in the day to speak what's on my mind and my heart. You know, it's just it's an embarrassment of, you know, humanity. You know, you got to just call it, you know, straight up what it is. Obviously, you know, here in the family, I talked about the interview with the family, just how strong Tyree's mom is and seems to have always been, how positive she's carrying on his legacy, challenging all of us to continue to heal together. You know, how the city has moved to terminate and put down counts. Who knows what comes about moving forward. Obviously, there's more to, you know, take its due course. But I said it before the game, you know, hopefully, as a city, we have so much pride and soul. I said that the other day that, you know, we lost one of our own in one of the most brutal fashions. That how do we remember someone's legacy and so many others as well. But hopefully this, you know, brings the city together through a tough time. Hopefully the Grizzlies can be a huge part of that healing process. There's a lot of healing to be done myself. I mean, again, I was emotional. I cried. There's not many words. I'm not doing it due justice to talk about how I'm really feeling. You know, there's still a lot to unfold, but there's a lot to learn from it, and to see the support throughout the NBA, support throughout the country, talking about how much they love our city and they're thinking about our city and praying for our city, but also praying for the Nichols family and the Wells family is powerful. But it doesn't stop now. Words can't be enough. It's got to be action. It's got to be change of behaviors. But our behavior is what we can do every single day to bring hope and love to each and one of the members of our community, but especially the Nichols and Wells family, and to carry on, you know, Tyree's legacy. You know, he's going to be in my heart forever, and I've never met him. But this is going to sit with me forever and hopefully make me a better person, better leader, and hopefully that does for everyone in our community. Great. Thanks, everyone.